Okay, so in this video I'm going to take it from the top on showing you how to get into Geogebra and some of the things that they have to offer and how to assign some classes so that you can use some of the templates that I showed you earlier. So first off, you do want to type in geogebra.org. There is a sign-in key up in the upper right. When you sign in, you can sign in however you would like. Again, I typically go with my school account. Okay, and then so it shows up here in green, so now you can see that I have signed in. On this front page, again, is where it gives you, if your secondary calculator suite, 3D calculator, geometry, graphing calculator, scientific calculator, so forth. So it gives you a lot of different things there. And then the next thing is your classroom resources. So the one that I had showed in the previous video was, again, the remote templates here. On that, there is also, if any of you guys have ever used Illustrative Math 6.8, they have taken that Illustrative Math and made those into activities that you can use also. The other, I'll go ahead and click on that. The other thing, so when you go here, again, there is a video showing how it works, the different activities, so forth. And then you can choose which grade level. So if you want to go to the 6th grade level, and then here are your units on there. And they are working on this, as you can see, coming in September. This is something that they are working on. Matter of fact, they're working on quite a few different things to make this bigger and better. So let me get out of that. Okay, and so the other is there are, it says 300 plus, sorry, I can't talk, activities here, resources. Again, you can go into your standard, you want number sense operations, so forth. Table of contents, here is you comparing small numbers. It's a little slow again. But when you get to any of those that you want, again, if you want to, and you can change that to all over here. So there's small numbers, comparing two numbers, cash register, okay, coin counter, number line. Let's see what all I can click here. Again, all kinds of things here. And any of those that you want to make an assignment out of or an activity, just hit the Create Class button. You can always rename it. So if you have several sections, you could put on there, in this case it's a number line activity for 2A, whatever. So you could create that. Or if you're working with somebody and there's your back to, again, where you click on and share that with your, it's also up here. If you click on that, there's a share link here. That would be easier, copy link. So then that way, if I hit just a new button, I paste it in and hit go, and there it is. So that's another way. So again, if you want to just click this copy button here. The other thing also, if you ever want to rename something, view original, move to, so forth, you've got those here, and I'll show you some more with that later on. Okay, so let's get back. So we talked about you can create a class. That's at the top, so any of those that you would like, you can just keep click on that. And again, there are a lot. You can go on down, measurement data. As you see, there's even more there. So here's your broken ruler, your inches ruler, telling time, the analog clock, some different activities, rounding. Again, lots of things, but anything that you find you want, you can just hit create a class. Now let's talk about what happens when you do that create class. Okay, so again, here's the front page. Lots of activities on there. Now, when you create a class, again, that goes into the profile. So this is where we were at earlier. Okay, so here's the number line activity 2A that I named. It's right there. Okay. These are the whiteboard, the coins, the analog plot, the base 10, so forth that we did earlier. The other thing that you can do with this, if you would like, is you can create a folder. On that. And for some reason this didn't show up earlier, but you can go in and out. So if I want to create, again, a folder for my stuff, again, I can name it, I'm going to do this one, so folder, just so I have it, and create. Okay, and there it is. And then again, all you need to do is drag. I'm going to go ahead and put this in my K2 file folder where I was working at earlier. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and put those in there. It is sometimes a little slow on the dragging to get those in there. The other thing, let me go here to my K2 folder. So now it is here. And the other thing that I want to show you, if I click on this coin template, earlier we did this activity, and if I go back to it, to task 1, there's still Patty and Goldie from earlier. So it's not going, unless you delete this activity, you can go back in and see people's activities and what they did and so forth. Okay? So it will be saved on yours unless you delete it. Again, it's not saved on theirs as of right now. Now, supposedly Geogebra is creating it so that the kids can log in with their own Google or whatever, their own password, and then it will save it. But that is something that is coming down the road. Okay, so let's get back out of here. Okay, and you can just keep hitting that. So let's see, I showed you the profile. And again, that's where all your activities are. Let's see, what else do I want to show you? The other is, again, resources. So these are, again, classroom resources. You can look down through there and find more activities for different grade levels. If you go to people, these are people that are writing a lot of the activities that are there. You can actually follow different ones. So let's say if you're an elementary, you might want to find someone who is an elementary teacher and then follow them. At this point, I don't know anyone in particular, so let's say I click on this lady here and look to see. You can just click through them and see if there's anything there that might tell you. That is under people. Now, in particular on mine, let me go back to my home and to my profile. Okay. Now, up here across the top, right now as I'm getting started, I don't have any favorites. I don't have anything in my timeline. Now, under people, I do have someone that I have started following. That is Tim Brzezinski, and he is the one who I have watched several videos over this summer. So you could always click on him. I would definitely say that he would be a resource. Also, if you go to YouTube and you just click on Remote to Learning with Geogebra, he did, or he's still doing, a daily, I think it's daily or weekly, activity with Alice Keeler, teaching her how to use Geogebra. Okay? But for you guys to get started, again, the key is to sign in, go to your home, pick what activity you want, So you want to do, again, clock. I'm going to click on the analog clock. I'm going to create a class. I'm going to name it, maybe, log activity 1A. Whatever class you want. You can do it however you want to. Again, they're calling it a class. I call it an activity. So this is where we were at earlier. You can click the link, copy it, give it to your student to paste in. Again, if you use Google Classroom or something, you can just give them that link. There it is. The kids are in. When you hit the task overview, that gives you the 4 tasks. Again, each one of those is just their own. But if you click task 1, all of your kids that are in task 1, and you might have to tell them that according to what your grade is. Okay, be sure you're in task 1, and then you'll see all of their clocks there. Okay, I would strongly suggest, and as it is a suggestion of Tim Berinsky, is to let the kids play with it before you start in. Just let them play and get familiar with it. Okay? And that's pretty much it on that. But if that's all you're using is those activities for right now, that's probably enough. You can get familiar with those. And then there's a show all there that gives you a whole bunch of resources. But I would say pick some of the remote templates. Those are the easiest to start working with, and then slowly start playing with some of the others as you have time to research. So good luck, and I hope you enjoy GeoGebra.